castles, or in this case a fort, are amazing. This fort was built in the time of Henry VIII to protect Dartmouth. It is in Devon, England, roughly between Exeter and Plymouth. Located here on the River Dart, where it was the last line of defence should there be an attack down the river. I aim to visit and make short videos on many castles across the country, in addition to my regular ones, so please like, subscribe and click the alert bells for future releases. Brought to you by Eclectic Experience, change seen through images. Be sure to stay to the end to hear all the amazing details. This is Bayard's Cove Fort in Dartmouth, Devon. It is a Grade 1 listed building. Dartmouth in the 1500s was a very important port and was a massive potential target for enemies of the country due to its wealth and shipping power. Bayard's Cove was built to supplement the defences nearer the river mouth of Dartmouth Castle and across the river Kingswear Castle. It was completed by 1537. The decision to build the fort clearly shows the concern about attack from the sea. Dartmouth Castle, further down the river, had both considerable firepower and control of a chain across the harbour to stop enemy shipping getting through. We can see here in Dartmouth Castle the opening the chain went through when being put into action to hold up enemy ships so they could be fired on from the castle itself. It would only be if these failed that Bayard's Cove Fort would be required. The fort, also described as a castle or blockhouse, was one of many built at this time due to the threat of invasion and the rapid development of firearms, meaning previous defences needed to be significantly enhanced. This was the time after Henry VIII had split from the Roman Catholic Church in order to get a divorce, and there were very serious threats of invasion, especially from angry relatives of his ex-wife. Looking at the fort itself, it is essentially a weapons firing platform. There are ports to fire cannon through at regular intervals all around the structure. This is a picture from the information board at the site, showing the type of gun that would have been in use at the time Bayard's Cove was built. Ironically, for a sea defence system, it was never needed. The fort was actually taken in the English Civil War when Dartmouth was attacked by land, not water. Dartmouth initially supported the parliamentarians, so the royalists, under Prince Maurice, attacked and after a month's siege took the town. The royalists improved the town's defences with new gun forts on the hilltops above, but in 1646 the parliamentarian New Model Army attacked under the cover of darkness and took the town back. The fort is mentioned in a report by the parliamentarians, which said there were 5 great iron guns which commanded the river. The fort was never attacked from the waterside and was quickly obsolete as cannon technology improved with bigger guns that had longer range, far better suited to Dartmouth Castle. It is probable that it was not until World War II that the fort was put back into military service, when a machine gun was mounted here in 1940. However, this was only for a short period of time due to the restricted field of fire through the gun ports. Looking at the construction, the castle is partly cut into the natural cliff wall behind and was probably built as a round tower first and then expanded to its current shape. The walls are thick, approximately 1.5 metres, and are just under 5 metres high. They're built from local limestone rubble mortared together. Looking down, we can see how the fort fits snugly in the cliffs, and from the river wall how it has views both to the town and the river mouth. It can be reached by walking along the harbour or down steps from the path above. The fort building was used for storage for most of its life, and again, looking at where it is, with good access to the river and the town, we can see why. During its near 500 years of existence, it is probable it went through many internal changes, but the outside walls remain largely intact. The building came into the care of English Heritage in 1984 and can be visited at any reasonable time. This is a great little fort to visit. I'm visiting castles across the UK and will be regularly posting new videos, so please like, subscribe and click alerts for future releases. Thank you for watching Eclectic Experience, change seen through images.